Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and today is the day where I learned to fly without a net. For those of you who've been watching my videos for a while now, I made this decision to sort of go pro. If you can see my air quotes, they're there. And the concept behind going pro was doing YouTube full time, right? I was a senior software architect at Cisco, and so many guys have asked about that job. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But at Cisco's a big tech company, and you start off as a programmer, right? I was in their IT department. You start off as a programmer, and you're writing code. In my case, I did a lot of web development type stuff, and you do your thing. And then after you get promoted a little bit, you become what they call a tech lead. And a tech lead, and this is kind of the same across lots of different companies, a tech lead would not just do their own coding, but they take on some of the harder coding assignments, and they would assign coding assignments to their peers and make sure they're doing okay and answer people's questions who get stuck on how to write stuff. And that's what you do as sort of a senior programmer. Then the next step after that would be to from tech lead you go to a guy who's kind of like this junior manager type thing, and then you're senior software architect. So when you're a software architect to senior. And when you do that, here's what happens. Look, there's nobody there, right? He's freaking invisible. But when you're there he is. When you're a software architect, you do, let's see, some of it is coding, some of it is design, and some of it is sort of like project management lead type stuff. And that's what I was doing for a while. Sometimes I would get some sort of business problem, find a solution for it, and then lead teams to solve it. Other times I would just sort of sit in on what other teams were doing, because management would want, how do you say it, like a grown-up, to sit in on these guys and make sure that they weren't working completely unsupervised. So that's that was my role in there. I would assist on other projects, and I would lead my own projects, and I would design software and do my thing. So I took a leave of absence. Now, a leave of absence is kind of like quitting, except that you can come back 3 months later. And at Cisco, the longest leave of absence you can take is 3 months. And sometimes, check out this dead body. He completely fooled me like several times in this game. So the thing that's cool about a leave of absence is you can you can come back, and it's a nice thing. But the thing that's bad about a leave of absence is the company doesn't backfill you, right? They're keeping a spot open for me. So they've been running a man short in there. And I could have requested a second leave of absence. I could have said, no, hold that spot open for me. I'd like you to just indefinitely hold it open longer and longer. But that doesn't seem like the right thing to do, like morality-wise, right? My team is shorthanded by a guy. I've kind of made my decision that I'm going to keep doing the YouTube thing for a while. And it's not fair to them. So today is the day where I call them and say, hey, you know what? I wish you the best of luck. I think you guys are awesome. But, it's time to hire someone to do my old job. That's what happens today. And it's kind of unnerving for me. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's, wow, what's what's in the future for me, right? It's I don't know how to explain it, right? It's not a money problem. The money is fine. Sometimes I get these comments saying, Woody, you're so irresponsible. You're doing this and that, and you need to be worried about your family. No, my family's doing fine. But it is just the idea of working for yourself, just the idea of not being under somebody else's paternal care, that I don't have this Daddy Cisco sort of watching over me and guiding my career and all that stuff. It's a new thing. It's flying without a net, and it's it's out there. It's a big deal. So I hope it works out well. A lot of guys have asked for, thoughts on the job thing, right? Like, Woody, what's it like to be a programmer? A lot of people would like to have had, my previous life, that of, a corporate guy. And here's the deal. Your job at work is to make your boss look good. That's what you do. And it sounds like a kiss-up thing. It's not a kiss-up thing. This is what happens. The CEO, the guy at the top of the company, sets the tone. And then, his vice presidents set their tone. And eventually it filters down to you. In my case, there were probably, 4 or 5 people between the CEO and me. And, their priorities filtered down to what I do. And there were people under me, and I would hopefully their job is to execute what I'm telling them to execute. That's how this works. And if you make your boss look good, then you're going to do well at work. It's as simple as that. There's really not a lot more to it. You might think, no, I have some higher purpose. I know better than my boss, etc. You don't. You're not privy to all the things that that he's thinking of when he's trying to set the priorities for the company, and that's that. And or maybe as you move up your way through the chain at work, then your view becomes broader and broader and broader. And what might seem like the most important thing in the world when you're down there on the ground looking through a telescope, or better yet, like a paper towel roll with just this limited view of what's going on, when you're your boss and you're meeting with in meetings with all your bosses and you get sort of a higher level view of the company, then what's important seems different. Programmers are infamous for thinking that writing some sort of tight code or the perfect if then statement is the key to the company succeeding, when in reality it's not. When in reality, really, I've never seen a customer complain about anything but bugs and features. That's all they really care about. The other stuff, how modular it is on the inside and things like that, they don't filter through to the customer experience as much as programmers think. So what you want to do to make your boss look good is get your work done on time and have it be bug free. That's kind of the deal. And also, if you can provide some good feedback along the way, that in programming, it's pretty common for this to happen, for someone to say, I want features A, B, C, and D. And if you come back to them and say, you know what? I can give you A, B, and C, lickety split. It's a piece of cake. If you can be flexible on D, if it's not quite exactly what you asked for, but it's really close, and it will take 1/3 the effort and timeline, etc., then would that make you happy? And if you can provide that kind of feedback, then you're a really valuable guy, because a lot of people will just either fold their arms and say nope, can't be done, or they'll do the opposite and say yes, we can do it, but you've asked for 10,000 hours worth of work, and it's like, oh man, if you could just put your own thinking cap on, understand the problem space, and answer some questions for people, then that would be a really good thing. So yeah, that's how you succeed at work. Use your head, help your boss, and get your job done on time with high quality. If you can do that, then you'll be in good shape. I'm kind of proud to say that I was often promoted at a rate faster than my peers, and that made me feel like I was doing something right. so there's always that going on. But to roll back to my original topic, I'm going to sort of exist just on my own now. When I was on this leave of absence, I wasn't getting paid, so it's not that entirely different than what I've had going on before Triple Kill. But I don't know how to explain the lack of safety net, the feeling that I have starting today after this phone call, where I tell everybody, look, I'm going to be gone. Best of luck to you, and I won't close any doors, and who knows, maybe I'll get hired back someday. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Today I'm going to go on my own. So I'm excited. I had intended to live stream today, but I've got a lot to get done. I think I'm going to do Painkiller already tonight, so I'll put up a video if we do that. I need to contact all the guys, line up a guest, and things like that. But exciting stuff coming our way. I appreciate you guys for your support, and it's only going to get better from here. Alright, if you liked the video, then show that like video some love. If you're new around here, you can click on subscribe in the top right, and 2 videos you may have missed. The top one is the day after the UFC 144. So I went to Tokyo with my friend Joe Lozon, and he had a bad day at work. So I talk about that and how it went. And then the bottom one is me. That's Ricky's grappling, or not Ricky. That's Ricky, Joe's grappling coach behind me, and he chokes me out. It was a really high. I think it got like a 4.98 rating or something, which is really high for YouTube. And you guys might like it. It's real. It's cool. Have a good day.